Right now at 5:30 tonight, the FBI is warning anyone with an Android or an iPhone to stop sending text messages in order to keep their information safe. And this warning comes after a breach of at least 8 major U.S. telecom companies by Chinese hackers attempting to spy on U.S. officials.
Yeah, these hackers could potentially intercept text messages. They could even listen to your conversations on your phone. Tonight, News4Jax is speaking with a local cybersecurity expert about why texting between 2 different phones creates vulnerabilities and what all smartphone owners should be doing. The average American sends or receives roughly 40 text messages every day, rather than having an over-the-phone conversation, according to a Pew Research study. There are communications that may not be as private as you think. U.S. officials saying Chinese cybercriminals called the Salt Typhoon Group are responsible for an unprecedented attack.
So far, been able to get into companies such as T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, and Lumen Technologies. They've all confirmed that they've been targeted by this group. And unfortunately, they've been able to access a large amount of metadata across those organizations.
Eric Franklin, who works with Scarlet Cybersecurity as their director of client services, says the attack is particularly concerning because text messages between Android and iPhone users expose the users to more vulnerability.
And where the breakdown is when you're trying to send a message from an iPhone to an Android user and vice versa. Unfortunately, that communication is not encrypted end to end, not as of yet, not without the use of like third-party applications. And that's where the FBI is warning, users out here to just please be aware of what you're sending, especially when you're sending it across those formats.
Franklin suggests smartphone users take these precautions. Avoid texting any information that you don't want anyone to have, especially social security numbers, bank account information, and passwords. If you have an older smartphone, make sure you always have the latest software update. And instead of text messaging, use encrypted services like WhatsApp or Signal.
A part of this investigation is that not only are they accessing text messages, but if it's not an encrypted phone call, they can actually hear, what you're saying. They can get that information. So kind of scary that we all have these devices that we use day in and day out. And a lot of people aren't aware of just some of the basics of do not, talk about specific things over the phone, or do not send out specific information over your cell phone.
Now, U.S. officials have not said how many people they suspect have been targeted so far in these cyber attacks, but an update from Apple this month is expected to enable iPhone users to change their default messages and devices from iMessage to something else.